What's up, fellow lords of gaming, and welcome back to Marvel Future Fight. We've got the patch notes and update details for the Phoenix Force, into the Phoenix Force update. I'm sorry guys, I'm feeling completely under the weather. So let's talk about it. This is the key art that we've got for the update. We can see Phoenix Force, Hyperion, Captain America, and Wolverine, and it looks like that's all the characters we'll be getting. The theme of the update is clearly Avengers into the Phoenix comic storyline. I'm a little astounded by the fact that we have a Hyperion update inside here, considering the comic is almost as if they didn't read the damn story. But nonetheless, let's see what happens here. So that's the key art, and they completely tell us the maintenance is going to start today. It's going to be 2300 at Eastern time, 11 o'clock, or 1600 Pacific time, I guess it is. 4 o'clock, yeah, 4 o'clock to 11 o'clock, and 11 o'clock to 6 o'clock, it looks like. I'm not sure what the hell those times are, but basically we're getting 3 uniforms, 3 new uniforms. The Hyperion is officially getting his tier 3 ultimate, the artifact to amplify instinct. It makes a little bit more sense now than it did before, but it's still one of those things that I have to question, and we'll have to wait to see implementation. They're boosting the obelisk and boosting comic cards. There's new upgraded materials now to boost obelisk and boost comic cards, which is highly confusing because it's like they're adding in something new that's just not needed, because previous to this we could boost our comic cards and we could boost our obelisks simply by using other comic cards and obelisks. This has not been a problem, but again, it's a new system. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. The timeline survival, there are new threat levels and they've made improvements. Basically all of these rewards are now included inside timeline survival. It gives players reason to be playing timeline survival. They added a new season of Future Pass with new special icons, a new uniform collection, and then some other game era fixes. And then basically you guys are going to be able to collect your rewards for the maintenance and 100 energy, a 6-star hero chest, and boost points. Guys, keep in mind that inside Marvel Future Fight, and this is one of the reasons why I say that it's so free to play, is because a 6-star hero chest for any new player accounts to a new character. Alright, so here goes the update details. The Phoenix has chosen new hosts. Check out the changes of the superheroes who have received the dangerous power of the Avatar of Life and Force in Marvel Future Fight. So we know that it's going to be Captain America. I'm assuming one of the reasons why they delayed the live stream for this is because most of the stuff look like it's new abilities, and maybe they want players to be able to have the time to play around with them and see complaints before they just jump on a live stream and just waylay Kim and Cage. Let's see though. So we've got 3 new uniforms: Captain America, Wolverine, and Hyperion. These stats are going to be at their current I guess you could see it's at the maximum if you want to look at it like that. So anyways, let's jump into Captain America. He has the human male justice. You can see most of the characters what their instinct ability is now at this point, so it's not like that big of a deal. So this is going to be a little bit different to compare Captain America to his current uniform, because his in-game uniform, in my opinion, would have been his last actual uniform, as opposed to his 3099 costume, which had a little bit of a different effect on it, and then his Hydra uniform, which really wasn't Cap. They could have just made another character for that, but he was also received for that. So I'll compare this though to his 3099 uniform, so that way you guys know the stats and things like that on that uniform instead, or excuse me, his in-game uniform. So basically the uniform effect, he's getting increased all basic attack and all basic attack by 20%. He's getting increased fire damage. Obviously all of them are getting fire damage, and then he has a activation rate, 50% hit rate, applies to self, 100% chance for immunity to all damage, increases all basic attack and all basic defenses by 20%, all speed 1%, critical rate by 20%. So these are actually boosts to his uniform effects. Actually, to be honest with you, they're more, I guess I'm gonna have to compare this to his Hydra Supreme uniform, because these are more in line with his Hydra Supreme uniform. So the all basic attack is a 10% increase from what it was inside his Hydra Supreme uniform. The 100% chance, that's all there. And then the other increase stat is, these are basically the same. The increase of all basic attack and all critical rate is the same. So there's no changes there. Let's take a look at his skills. So his heroic is his heroic charge, his ultimate skill. It doesn't look like there's any changes here to this one. Not that I can see anyways. Let me see. I'll equip this uniform and we can take a look at it real quick. But let's see his heroic charge ultimate skill. Movement speed decreased 24%, decreases all basic defense by 20%. That's an increase there because, or no, it's not. No, it is. It is an increase because, so previously it was just decrease all basic defenses by 20%. Now he's getting a decrease all basic defense by 50%. And he also has a 50% ignore immunity on there. So, wow. Okay. That should be pretty interesting for his T3 skill there. That should give him a significant boost because that applies to enemies. And then he has applies to self. He increases all basic attacks by 50%, or excuse me, 15% ignore defense. That was there already. Ignore target's dodge rate by 100%. That was there already. 80% chance. That was there already. Remove all debuffs. He's getting super armor, increases all basic defense by 5%. Okay. Remove all debuffs. 100% chance to immunity for all damage. That was there. Increases all basic attack by 15% for each one accumulation. That was already there. Accumulates 150% true damage. The total true damage accumulated yeah, we had that already. And then increases all basic attacks by 50%. That was there already. So by and large, it seems like it still stays the same except for the decrease of all basic defenses, which is getting about a 30% increase there. That's pretty significant. Then we have hold the line, or rather, let's check out his heroism one first rather than doing this. That's pretty much the same. Yeah, not any differences there. Hold the line. So this one is activating when you use Phoenix Slam. Okay. And he's getting super armor. Yeah. Wow, that's a significant increase because he's getting all basic defenses by 40% with this uniform. It was 15% before. He's getting an increase by skill damage, which is basically a 10% increase to skill damage and a 10% increase to bonus damage. He's getting a decreased basic damage. That's still the same, received by 30%. So he's getting a significant tankier buff there. This should make him, I don't know why I did that. This should make him more tanky, if I'm being honest. It should. Yeah, should. So he had his tier 1 ability is, this is obviously going to be different because it's a completely changed skill inside the game, which was corrupted laser with his shield. Excuse me, geez guys, I'm struggling with my voice today. But I want to bring you guys his content, so that's the reason why I'm sitting here anyway trying to do it. Let me take a look real quick at his in-game uniform, because his tier 1 skill, yeah, so the skill right here that we're basically looking at, Shield Slam, is completely, that looks like a complete rework in terms of the skill. He had corrupted laser if you were using his Hydra Supreme and Shield Slam otherwise, but so he's getting immunity to all damage, which was there before, and then he's getting that fire damage that's inside there. Fire damage of physical attack. So you're still basically getting the fire damage based off his physical attack. So you won't have to change any Urus or anything like that. It's not like he's going to become an energy character. This is, I hate seeing the bleed damage because bleed is just terrible inside this game. But then we go to his Shield Slam skill right here on his active 3. Stun 2 seconds. He's getting a paralysis on there now, so that ignores immunity. That's good against bosses. Increase all basic defenses by 20%, so it's still the same. I guess the animation is probably going to be different. It looks pretty much the same though. The fire damage is added on there, but it's of physical attack, so the paralysis is the only new thing that he's getting on there. And then we look at number 4 here, and this is dealing 35% burn damage. He had that 25% bleed damage. Decrease all basic defensive by 10%, stacks up to 30. That was already there. Invincible, and yeah, this is still the same. So the only thing difference on this one, it looks like, is the skill. So it's gonna be hard to tell because it looks like you're still gonna run the same rotation with him. And then we had his last skill, which was Cosmic Dispersal with his Hydra Supreme uniform, is now going to be Phoenix Slam, which he's getting a buff to for his uniform. So this one gives him 25% burn damage, silence, and paralysis. So that'll be good for those combat days in Alliance battle. And then we have 25% recover. Ooh, he's getting a 15% boost and recovery for HP. That's pretty good. And then he's getting a 10% increase on his increase all basic attack. Yeah, that's nice. So he's definitely getting a bit of a buff here. It's just we're gonna have to see the skills because it always, you know, changes up how we're gonna see those. But he's looking pretty interesting. Definitely looks like there's a buff on his character. Let's talk about the one that everybody is going to be most interested in, and that's Wolverine. I think most people are going to be interested in that one. Wolverine's last uniform was the House of X, which was somewhat of a complete blunder in my opinion. I didn't even purchase it, if I'm being 100% honest with you guys. The last uniform that I purchased for Wolverine would have been the X-Force uniform, because I thought that was the best looking one. But let's take a look real quick at him, and let's see what his uniform effect is. He's increasing chain hit damage by 15%. Nice. I mean, he was already increasing all basic attack, but now he's getting chain hit damage, so that should help him out extremely better. Increases skill damage by 30% and increases bonus damage by 35%. Activation rate when HP is below 30%. At least he's getting a 100% recovery. One of the problems with Wolverine before, nobody could really understand why his recovery effect was so trash. He's supposed to be one of the best healers in the game, in the Marvel universe, and period, and his healing factor was just trash through and through. So it's nice to see that at least, I guess, maybe it's changing here. I don't know. I guess, you know, you have to look at it in that one and go, okay, well, yeah, it looks good. But let's see now. So House of X. What skills does my man have inside here now? So his tier 3 skill, let's take a look at it. Jesus, guys, I'm having such a hard time with my voice right now. Tier 3 skills. All right, so he's got Adamantium Fury is his skill, or Enter the Wolverine. This one's going to be dealing 30% burn damage. That's nice, because before it was just bleed damage, and bleed damage is trash. So knowing that he's converting that will be good. Decrease all basic defenses by 50%. That was previously on there. 80% chance, that was on there. 100% chance for immunity to all damage, that was on there. This looks like it's increased for 1 second. Both of those. They're 6 seconds previously. I think they might have been increased with his other one, but with his other uniform. But like I said, I don't have it, so I can't look at that tier 3 on there. Accumulates 10% of true damage. Okay, and then accumulated damage proportional to max. Yeah, so we had that. So he's getting fire damage is also physical, so they're just converting, so that's good. His passives. Let's look at those passives on here. So he's got passive regenerative healing factor, and that is regenerative healing passive is going to give him the 20% ignore defense. Activation rate is when HP is below 9. He's now getting, see, this is what everybody talks about in terms of the incremental updates to Wolverine, where they milk you for them, right? He's getting the 20% ignore defense as far as I can tell on there. That's the newest thing on there. But then you can see the activation rate, right? It's below HP. On his X-Force uniform, which would arguably be the most popular uniform for Wolverine, right? It was 5% recovery of max HP. And all they did is give him a 1% boost, and it just doesn't make sense, right? Then we look at Weapon X, which is his skill, his next tier 2 passive, and it's got critical damage by 50%, increased guaranteed critical rate by 50%, and then super armor and increase all basic defensive by 20% was what it previously was, 50% now. So he should be more tanky, I guess, with this, and since you're getting the 50%, we'll have to see how that works out. Jesus Christ. Okay, now let's take a look at the skills that he has here, the changes inside here. So basically it says 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 skills are all going to be changed. That's interesting. So his one skill is just getting stun and then a fire damage, so it is what it is. 3, 2 is what it is, and then 3, okay, so 3 underneath his previous skill was just invincible. That was all he was getting with his 3. Now it's a counter, which was before as well, so I don't know why. Yeah, okay, anyway, so we're gonna get to his burning counter, and basically he's getting 30% burn damage. That's good. He's getting the silence effect, which should make him another, you know, standout inside Alliance Battle Extreme. And then we get applies to self, right? So he's getting a decreased debuff duration of 90%. Decreases debuff duration by 90%. Oh, wow, okay. That's nice. That's actually nice. That's decreased debuff duration by 90. My man is getting a little bit of a buff there for that. That's basically like you're not passing off too much to him there, but increases basic what did we get? 100% chance for immunity to all damage. Increases basic damage by increases basic damage by 80% for 2 attacks. I'm confused. This looks like a nerf. I'm confused. Why is it? It was previously 100% on his Weapon X uniform, on his his X-Force uniform. So why is it only 80% now for this? That's weird. So this looks like a nerf right there. Increases basic damage by 80% for 2 attacks. It was on his X-Force uniform. His counter slash was increasing his basic damage by 100% for 2 attacks. Okay, but he is getting a boost. It looks like here is of an increase of all basic attacks by 50%. So maybe that's where they're making up the difference for. I don't know. It always just looks weird when you see those things because you automatically assume a nerf when you see decreases in numbers. But we'll see, I guess. We'll see. His 4th skill applies to enemies, deals 30% burn damage, 35% bleed damage. It's terrible to see bleed damage regardless of what you're doing, just because bleed damage doesn't do anything. So that's just the truth of the matter, right? So these are new skills applying to enemies right there. And then it gets a stun and a 10% increase, decrease of fire, stacking up to 30%, which is immune. Ignores target dodge rate by 40%. Okay, and then that's it. So previously he had a 75% chance to penetrate. Man, it's so fucking hard to see this. Like, it's so hard to understand the decision making ability on these, because I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Like, where's his chance to penetrate? Or am I reading something wrong? Am I stupid? I don't know. Like, but there's no chance to penetrate here at all. So I'm a little like, what? He does get the ignore target's dodge rate by 40%, which was the same, but again, it's like they removed the penetration somewhere. All right, anyways, Berserker's Rage, or, you know, Flame Zone was his 5th. There was nothing on that skill previously as far as I could tell. The House of X uniform, he basically had His fifth skill was called Eviscerate, and he did have that 35% bleed damage from that uniform on there. So that's good. The remove active buff from one target. Okay, that's new onto the skill. 40% chance to penetrate death, penetrate death super armor. Okay, clearly they weren't writing correctly. Yeah, so that's a new thing. So it looks like they basically decreased the penetration and removed it from the fourth skill and put it on the fifth skill. I hope I'm reading this correctly. Like I said, I'm in a stupor. I'm waking up from NyQuil, so we'll see. Increases all basic attacks and basic defenses by 30%, all speeds by 10%, and critical rate by 20%. That's a big buff for him there, because before it was 15, 1, and 15. Now it's 30, 10, and 20. So that's a big buff. So we'll have to see how this plays out with Wolverine. I'm interested, but I really don't like the way the costume looks. So this is going to be one of the costumes that I'll probably wait on. If I'm being perfectly honest, I'll wait to see. Yeah, actually, I can't wait anymore. I can't wait. I'm a content creator right now. Before, I used to wait for these uniforms when I wasn't a content creator. Now I have to purchase them because I have to give you guys the freaking info. But I'm going to say this. On that uniform, on Wolverine's uniform, we talked about it before. Wait for those things, because just wait. Just wait on that. Anyways, let's go on over to Hyperion. Hyperion is just a really weird thing for me, because I don't get how he's getting anything for this update when he couldn't even use the goddamn Phoenix Force. My man's just coward, but he is. So he basically is getting a boost to his leadership of 10%, because all basic attacks is being increased by 55%. So that already in and of itself, to be honest with you, is going to make him a worthwhile character to have inside your inventory and upgrade. So if you don't have him, get him, because being able to do 55% leadership, that's good. Then we have his solar power passive, which is getting which is basically, let's see what he's getting here. So previously he was at 8% recovery of max HP, so that should let you know something right there, right? He was at 8% before. He's now at 50% recovery of max HP. Yeah, so that's a big fucking difference for him. Guards against one hit, immunity to snare effect was before. Now he has immunity to stun effect. I think the reason why they did that snare effect is because, or removed that, is because he would have basically clapped Null because Null has the snare effect on him. He basically would have clapped Null if they left that snare effect on there. But his immunity stun effect for 10 seconds versus snare effect for 2 seconds. Okay, my man. I see you trying to be more Superman like. So he's getting an increase here as per penetration as well, because previously it was 40%. Now he's going to be 60%. Super armor increases all basic defense by, it was 5% before, now it's 50%. Increases skill damage by 35 and increases bonus damage by 35. That's an increase of 10% to his increased bonus damage. So he's looking like he's getting some uber buffs already people. Like, you might have to just get this uniform and suck. I might have to, well, I'm gonna get this uniform, but you have to suck it up and be like happy with this. Soaring uppercut was his #1 skill before. Now it's called final attack. Enables attacking enemies who have activated. So you basically can target people in the ignore targeting stage. That is freaking amazing, and it's on his 1 skill. Wow. Okay, so he's getting 30% burn damage every 1 second, stun 2, and then yeah, so nothing really there to write home about. We get Heat Blast was his previous skill. Now it's called Sunlight Laser, and this is going to be a huge upgrade for him because he did not have anything on there before. And so decrease all speed by 25% and paralysis. Okay, my man, he is yeah. So before it was called Heaven's Fist, now his third skill is going to be called Crackling Explosion. He was dealing 30%. He's dealing 30% burn damage. That seems to be the obviously the theme. Stun, which he didn't have before, applies to self. Previously had a 10% recovery. Now he's gonna have a 20% recovery of max HP. Remove all debuffs was there, and then he's getting another boost of increase all basic attack, all basic defense by 20%, all speeds by 5%, and critical rate by 25%. So this is looking like a god level boost for him. So yeah, he might be up there. We'll have to see how he plays, but he might be up there. That's for sure. Then we have his fourth skill, which was Solar Flare. Now it's the Flame of the Sun God. Stun effect. Incapacitation is a new skill added on. Decreases all basic defensives. That's new. He didn't have that before. 100% chance for immunity to all damage. 100% new. Increases all basic attack 30. Jesus Christ, this dude is, wow. He is, yeah, he is gonna be smacking the shit out of people. Phoenix vision is replacing atomic vision. He's getting a 30% bonus burn damage, stun 2 seconds, increase all basic attack. Shit, guys. Increase all basic attack, which was on there, but it's going to be well, no, it's all basic attack is going to be 15%. So that's a little bit of a nerf there because he was at 25% before, but looks like he's making it up for in other places. He doesn't have the ignored defense on this skill anymore. So whereas before atomic vision was pretty much being treated like it was his T3, it looks like they've toned down his fifth skill because they're going to give him a T3. But you can see he still has the accumulation on his fifth skill as well. And then we can move into his tier 3 where we get somewhat of a, I don't know, these things have become simpler. The T3 skills: burn damage, stun, bind, decrease all basic defenses, critical damage increased by 50, 40% ignore defense, 100% chance for immunity to all damage, increase basic damage by 50% for one attack. So this might be the setup skill. You might be looking at using this skill as a setup. So you might be rolling 6 into 5. This is what it's going to look like. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. I think that's what it's going to be, 6 into 5, because you want that true damage accumulation right there. So if I had to guess from the look of it right now, it'd probably be 4, 6, 5, and then 3. We'll see. We'll see. And then let's wrap this stuff up here. We've got the new artifact. There's no way to tell what this stuff is really doing. The only thing is that it's showing you where you can get these new artifacts, and they're basically going to be inside story mode. They're going to be inside timeline survival. It's going to be 1 to 3 stars that are available there. You'll be able to purchase inside the store either with artifact tokens or crystals. You'll be able to purchase 4-star or better artifacts. So you want to accelerate it, it's going to be there for the play in the wells. Store gold purchases as well is going to be available once daily, so that way you can purchase artifacts from there as well. And then there's going to be a free one daily, so that way you get 1 to 3 star. So here it goes, a picture of it inside the store. The artifact and artifact chest are being included. I'm basically looking at it the way I can read this, and looking at it as if the artifacts are basically going to be akin to specializations inside the game, because they look like they're being equipped and they're giving you general boost to characters. So in a sense, it looks to me like they're specializations. That's the way I'm looking at it. Like you can see here, this is giving, you know, Sword of Judgment, blah, blah, blah. You can see there's like 2 of them or whatever. There's random substance 1 amplifies 1 option on them, random substance 2 okay, yeah, we're gonna have to see how that works. But there's another new inventory added inside there, and that's Celestial Essence and Gold are gonna be used to enhance artifacts. So they can be obtained through timeline survival or dismantling artifacts. So they're giving you basic reasons to go in there and play. So here goes something cool that I did read in here. Equipping the new artifact destroys the previous one, but it keeps the enhancement level of the previous one. That's actually pretty good. This is the part that gets me. Boost Obelisk and Boost Comic Cards, they basically have a new upgrade material. I don't know why this was needed. And you can see that conversion in there. And this is to show guys in Marvel Future Revolution why I say I don't agree with the conversion stuff. Growth material can be obtained in the inventory by converting custom gear, comic cards, ESO 8, and gold as materials. So now we're gonna have to grow these materials to convert them. So in order for you to boost your comic cards now, so if you get a 1-star comic card, you're gonna need this new growth material in order to grow those cards from 1-star to 2-star, basically what I'm reading. Same thing for comic cards. You can see it's given, using these new growth materials is given the boost. Previously, what we were using inside, this is probably the one place where it looks like it might be beneficial, because it looks like this is adding a star. So the premium card was being used, and previously we had to use our other premium cards in order to get those new stats. Now it looks like we just need to use these new growth materials. Let's see how hard those are going to be to get. Timeline Survival is going to award all of these things right here. So normal stages. So the rewards have obviously been improved because it's giving us new stuff. Yeah, that's just pretty much what it is. This is the Timeline Survival. So they didn't really do any improvements necessarily to Timeline. They just put rewards in there to make it worth people to go in there and do them. That's essentially it. It's, why are we reviving Red Crystals? But okay. The new season, Future Pass. Nothing much changed inside here. It just has the special Kumiho agent and then the Symbiote Rage at the Mythic Pass. I don't know why this one's blanked out over here. It's like it doesn't want to be able to see it. But Venom. Yeah, I don't think I'll get any of those. We also have the new uniform collection. 350 Phoenix Feathers, which doesn't really help shit. And then we have the ESO 8 custom gear and Karmic card and Uru have all been combined underneath one tab. That'll be a clusterfuck. Other than that, we see that the effects of the Phoenix Force have been improved. So instead of just getting energy attack boost, all basic attack is going to be increased by 5% now. And then they made some other changes. Nothing in here that I could really see that was there. But that's the update coming for the Enter the Phoenix Force. I'm sorry this video was so long, but I wanted to make sure you guys would walk through it in detail. And that's it, guys. Until next time, peace. Oh, by the way, I'm going to probably do a live stream tonight of Shadowlands at about 4 o'clock. That should give me some time to get my voice and stuff like that. And in effect, otherwise, if I'm down, I'll write it inside the discussion or the community tab here. But I am feeling run down as a motherfucker today. All right, guys, until next time, peace.